Whose head could I give you to satisfy your fury?
The general will do. Rome has taken everything from me. But I will have my vengeance.
Great to see you again, and great to see you.
Great to see you.
I heard you say about after you've shot the fight scenes, you were
Yes.
like, my poor body.
Yes.
Can you sort of describe how it feels the day after you wake up from fighting like Paul? What happens to your body? What goes through it?
Why are you taking me back? I still feel it. I listen. Ridley Scott, the director of Gladiator II and Gladiator, he will set up so many cameras and he'll shoot something start to finish. So the thing is that the sequence goes from action to cut. And instead of like pieces and we'll put the stunt guy in here and we'll do this bit here and you do the whole thing. We've learned the whole thing, but on the day with the costumes, with the cameras rolling, with another actor.
In heat, like 100 degrees heat.
Yeah. He's famously, thank God, doesn't do multiple takes. But Paul is very strong. And he is an athlete and a lot younger than me. And it was astonishing to physically experience his strength. And how it felt the next day is a place I never want to be again.
I'm sorry to remind you, but I have to give you props. Because you both had some cool skills where you could like chuck them in the air and catch them. Which one were you the most proud of?
I chucked stuff in the air and caught
you
it?
had a sword thing where you were like, yeah.
I only remember having just a sword. I just remember having a sword. I would maybe like sort of like chuck Paul's ego up and down in my, I remember doing, his heart, maybe? Paul's heart.
So you kicked his butt.
Like, Connie, what would you like me to do with this over here? As I toss it up in the air and catch it.
I would never do that.
Speaking of
hearts,
hearts.
true. My loyalties were to both of them. I was loyal to both of them.
Yeah, so I was going to say, speaking of hearts, the perfect segue. You said that when you met this man, you almost felt like Ridley just knows. He knows how to cast.
That's right.
That camaraderie, and you're leaning into each other. You're adoringly looking at each other. If you can just sort of describe the beauty of working with this.
I just feel his heart. Like, I feel like,
Oh,
I just do. Like, honest, for serious. Like, you can just tell, like, he has this joy. And at the same time, you can also sense that he's been through stuff that's been hard. And like, I just really love a person who responds to what has been hard in life with joy. He doesn't become cynical. He doesn't become caustic or entitled. Like he's the least entitled man, always nice to everyone on set. Just a sweetheart of a guy.
I'm pretty whingy. You're going to make me cry.
I think I'm tearing up. Let's talk about another lovely individual. No spoilers. I'm not looking for spoilers. But the fact that you're working with Joseph sort of back to back.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you describe does it change the dynamic when you're on different sets?
Ask Joe how he feels about me. You'll get a very, very different response than Connie.
But he is so nice about Joe.
How so?
I think Joe's brilliant. I love Joe. He and I became immediate friends on this movie. I remember going and seeking him out, and as I did Connie when I heard that they were on set, and went and interrupted him in the makeup chair, and we all got along instantly. And I think that speaks to the magic of casting that you say Ridley is spellmaster of, and to continue it with Joe onto Fantastic Four has been like bringing family with me into a family story. It's been totally amazing.
Real quick, favorite
Yes.
Ridley movie other than Gladiator or Gladiator II?
He's got 3 movies on my top 10. And I'm a movie nerd who keeps a top 10. I have a top 200 on an old Facebook profile. And 3 of them are in my top 10. And that's Thelma and Louise, Alien, and Blade Runner.
Lucius, take your father's strength. His name was Maximus, and I see him in you.
The first question is about costuming. So you instantly know when you see a shot of the armor, the helmet, that it's a Gladiator film. Sure. But how do you differentiate the helmet and armor from the first film to the second film? What were the changes?
It's all in the history books. And we are pretty well recorded and drawn. And of course, in those days, they wouldn't be photographed. And over the years, you've watched some historic Roman epics which we won't comment on. Some are okay, but it's information. You then take the information and you have very good design. I've got two very good designers, wardrobe, the Janty and David. And so he was the fresh one on this one for me. And these are the best wardrobe, military stuff I've ever had.
What's your favorite? What was your favorite?
The favorite wardrobe?
Yeah.
Praetorians. And they happen to be the fascists, but aren't they beautiful? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the colors are incredible.
Yeah.
How do you, because I know you're visual and you draw, do you draw any of them and conceive them? And then how do you bring them to life?
No, David says these are what I have to approve. So, Praetorian, God, Emperor, blah, blah, all that stuff. I'm shown stuff and choices. I've got that. It's a shopping list. Then, because I'm seeing it, I'm already drawing. Because that's what I do. I draw the board. So a board on a film like this is this thick, and it literally is a fat comic strip of every scene. So I'm sitting there, I'm already planning my next movie, where I'll start shooting in April, beginning of April, and I'm already 40 pages in of what I'm doing, and I haven't even seen the locations yet. So I'm imagining what I'm going to do, and so sometimes the locations will spell out to the location hunter what I'm looking for. Yeah. So you'll do the drawing first and you look for the location.
Why was there an important, because there's a slight difference between Russell's and Paul's in this. Similar, there's a callback, but slightly different.
Well, watching, I look at indie stuff. I tend not to look at the big ones because the big ones last for 3 minutes and you click, Jesus, that's terrible. Right?
Yeah.
You agree?
I do.
So
I always agree with you, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm very competitive. Like, holy. So, and the more the budget, the worse it gets. What is happening? Yeah. And so I watch indie, and indie is fresh, new blood coming in with no money. You've got to be inventive. And so I tend to look for that. And I caught something called Normal People, watched the two characters was kind of charmed by, actually.
Yeah.
And a binging on 8 hours. And that's, this guy could easily be the grandson of Max Aurelius.
Yeah.
That's the nose.
Yeah.
Richard Harris, same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. And so, and the fact he's such a great actor, that's it. So he didn't even read it, said, you want to do it? He said, yeah.
Yeah. What was your nirvana in terms of, I know you love the action sequences, you set up a million cameras, you're super focused on everything you do. Nothing's totally challenging, but of all the battle scenes, what was your personal nirvana to see to fruition?
Funny enough, I rashly said the first battle you're going to have is with 12 trooper baboons. And I'd seen a tourist camera in South Africa, some tea room, and so these baboons came gambling down the hill, and some idiot went over to try and pat it. The baboon attacked him. This guy, big guy, ran for the car, just made it. And I thought, geez, baboons are carnivores. So I said, baboons is going to be. So you've got to have the action for the action. So digitally, I can sample the action and replace, so the actor is doing the right action. Got it?
And the bite. He said you were into that.
So I got 12 tiny stuntmen, put it in black tights, and even painted whiskers on them for fun. And so we literally have a free-for-all battle with a stuntman who, my stunt lady had this brilliant idea to be on all fours, short crutches, so I'm walking like this. It's incredible. And we had a fight with these little stuntmen. And my other actors have all the things. And the component that came most fun out of this, Paul said, I said, how do you bite the bloody baboon? Bite it. And then when he said, you snarl. So the baboon goes, whoa. That'd be funny.
I want to have all the time in the world with you.
Thank you.
It was great to see you. Congratulations. Epic film.
Thank you.
Epic.